Daniel chapter 12, verse 1. And at that time shall Michael stand up, the great prince which standeth for the children of your people. And there shall be a time of trouble, such as never was since there was a nation even to the same time. And at the time your people shall be delivered, everyone that shall be found written in the book. And at the time. This is referring to the time frame of the previous verse, as there is no break in the prophecy, even though we have proceeded into another chapter. So sometimes after the papacy plants its influence between the people, and the final message that is going out under the power of the latter rain to prevent them from hearing the gospel and being saved. Shall Michael stand up? For an explanation of who Michael is, see chapter 10, verse 12. At this time, Christ stand up. But what is so significant about this? If we look at Acts chapter 7, verses 55 through 58, when Stephen was being stoned, he looked up into heaven and saw Christ standing. As we have already seen in Daniel chapter 9, this event marked the close of probation for the Jewish nation as God's chosen people. So when Christ is standing, we are dealing with a close of probation. In chapter 12, verse 1, we are dealing with world events at the end of time. Thus, it will be the close of probation upon the world. Standeth for the children of people. Stand in defense of his downtrodden people. And there shall be a time of trouble. This time of trouble is greater than any that has come before it. Notice how the Bible says, since there was a nation, so this time of trouble comes upon the nation of the world. When Christ stands and ceases his intercession in the heavenly sanctuary, he takes off his priestly garments and puts on the garments of vengeance. And then the 7 last plagues, spoken of in Revelation 16, will be poured out upon the nation of the earth. At the time, the people shall be delivered, just as the children of Israel were delivered at the end of the 10 plagues. So too will God's people, in the end of time, be delivered at the end of the 7th plague with his second coming. Everyone that shall be found written in the book. This book is none other than the book of life. Revelation chapter 3, verses 5. Revelation 21, verse 27. Only those that have their names written in the book of life will be delivered.